Bacon. When someone mentions bacon, what can you ever think of? Mostly, I would know they would describe it as juicy, succulent, fatty, the best kind of meat you could ever find in an animal. Bacon, usually made of pork cut from the side of the pig. This succulent piece of meat is usually sold at a high cost in Malaysia. But if you will look at the people in the United States, you could see them having bacon in almost every meal they have in a day. Burgers, salad, pasta, or even pancakes. But have they ever considered the disadvantages when they consume too much of this bacon? Assalamualaikum and a very good day. I bid to everyone. My name is Lovenia Amira, and today my partner, Sabrina, and I will be presenting to you the truth about bacon. The information we'll be providing to you today are based on thorough research or through the internet. We've read articles after articles, and hopefully with what we have found, we wish to enlighten you with our presentation. In today's presentation, we will be dividing into 3 parts. First, I'll brief you a little about bacon's history. Secondly, we will both be presenting the disadvantages when you consume too much bacon. And lastly, the conclusion, which would be presented by my fellow partner. Bacon's history dates back thousands of years to 1500 before Christ. The Chinese cured pork bellies with salt, creating an early form of bacon. Pork curing methods spread throughout the Roman Empire, and Anglo-Saxon peasants cooked with bacon fat. Now you could find bacon anywhere in the world, with many different ways of eating it. Though delicious, here is why you should not consume too much bacon. Firstly, consuming too much of this cured piece of meat can increase your health risk. Bacon contains a huge amount of salt. Salt-sensitive people can develop a raise in their blood pressure. Bacon also contains fat, which can also increase your bad cholesterol level. 68% of bacon calories are fat. Increment of blood pressure or cholesterol level will lead to diseases such as stomach cancer or even a heart attack. Moving on to the next point.
Thank you, Lovenia. So moving on to the next point. So one of the downside of eating bacon is consumers are exposed to trichinosis. Trichinosis, also known as trichinolosis, is a parasitic disease caused by roundworms of the Trichinella type. The pork contains larvae of Trichinella worm. When the worm that lives in the pig's stomach in cyst opens through stomach acid, its larvae are released into the body of the pig, and then these worms make their home in the muscle of the pig. What happens when we consume the pig, you might ask? Well, the larvae that you have swallowed will then penetrate into your small intestines, where they will mature into adult worms and meat, and then your body will be the new home for the trichinella worm. But please note that trichinosis only occur if they eat undercooked or raw pork. So based on the picture, you can see that there's a picture of a rodent. So what's the connection between the rodent and the pig? So imagine if a pig eats a carcass of a rodent and the rodent happen to be infected with a disease where it may carry the trichinella worm inside it. So the worm will not die. It will continue to reproduce in the pig's body and eventually stay in their body. And when consumers eat the meat of the pig, then this will happen to your body. Just like what I said, the worm will continuously reproduce in your body. During the initial infection, invasion of the intestines can result in a diarrhea, the abdominal pain, and also vomiting. So, to make sure that consumers do not consume a raw or undercooked pork, the farm managers should do their part by making sure that the swine are kept from eating the carcasses of dead animals such as rats that may have died on the premises and may carry the disease. Consumers should also play their part by knowing where did they get their meat supplies from and how are the meat being processed. And with that, this brings me to the end of this presentation. In conclusion, there are more bad effects of eating bacons, and some of them are the ones that we have mentioned, which increase health risk and expose consumers to trichinosis. At the end of the day, you have to make your own choice and evaluate whether the food is safe for your consumption. If you think bacon in your life is worth the risk, then stick to a simple rule that applies to most processed food, which is moderation is key. So that is all from us. Thank you.
Thank you for listening.